Thanks, Corey, and we're joined now live in the studio by attorney Greg Remmenga, and we're sort of continuing where we left off last week. How can somebody go about to not lose their case?
Well, the topic we started was 5 ways that you can lose your case if you don't pay attention to the details. Today's topic is going to be witnesses. You need to make sure that you obtain and get necessary witnesses for all the elements that we talked about last week, the elements of your case. So you need to have witnesses for it. One of the big things that I've seen, for example, is let's say that you're in an accident and it's because you thought you went through a green light and the other person had a red light.
Okay.
By the time the police get there, that light's going to have cycled several times.
Right.
Who's going to be able to testify that you had the green light? Make sure you get the witnesses that are at the scene so that they can testify, yes, you had the red light, because if you don't, you're going to end up going to trial. The defendant says he had the green light, you had the green light. How's the jury going to decide? So you need those type of witnesses.
So how do you go about doing that? Do you just, if somebody's standing on the sidewalk and say, hey, can you stick around for a minute if you saw the accident and you saw what happened so that you can include your input on the police report?
Well, you can do that.
Okay.
You can even not get all of their information as far as them putting it on the police report. Just get a phone number, someplace to contact them. Contact the police officer. Make sure the police officer got all the witnesses and got the witnesses listed, because sometimes the police officer is so busy taking care of traffic and those types of things, the witnesses may not get listed. Follow through immediately after the accident and check the police report. Did they list them? Maybe the police officer has them in his notes, but he didn't put them on the report.
Okay.
Just check with it and be vigilant and say, who all saw this? Can you guys stick around? Is a great way to do it.
Now, how often do you see this as a make or break for cases that you've participated in?
Well, something like the stoplight would be an immediate make or break, because the jury has to decide by more probable than not that you ran the red light versus he ran the red light.
Okay.
If it's just you against the other person, how's the jury ever going to decide that? That's going to be a real detriment to your case.
That's a really good point, Greg, and thanks for stopping by again today. I encourage you folks, if you have any follow-up questions or want to check out this interview, it's going to be on our web channel. Also, Greg's phone number is on your screen. Stick around. I've got my full weather forecast coming up.